Bethenny for an old school Larry King style sit down one-on-one style show and let Bethenny go to town. I would. Bethenny has opinion. She's unabashed. She's already rich now. I like to hear what Bethenny has to say. And I do enjoy that she goes against the grain, because most people are not going to go against the Kardashians. Okay. They're very powerful. And I hear great things. I actually hear that Kim, they're all extremely very nice. And I hear Kris is awesome. And like, once you're in with them, they root for you. But so I don't know. I mean, Bethenny's had so many chances to be on television. I don't know what the point of being opinionated is, unless Bethenny just feels like all press is good press now, and she's trending a lot on Twitter. Maybe she just wants her name out there because she's going to launch this beauty line. You know, I'm like, is she doing this to get back on TV? But it's almost at a tipping point where it's like, now if I were running CNN, I don't know that I'd put her on TV, because I don't like that she's going after these little creators. And, you know, when she claims to be this voice of reason against the Kardashians and this voice of reason against, you know, whatever you think about Meghan Markle. But I mean, Meghan Markle wants to be a star too. Like, Meghan Markle isn't like this woman that wants to sit behind the scenes. I mean, they want to be famous too. They're doing a lot of shit to try to do that. Okay. So Bethenny goes after these well-liked creators. All is fair, you know, in the media, but it's getting a little, I don't know. Like, to me now, I'm like, is Bethenny that smart when it comes to social media play? Because I think it's getting, we talk about Rinna. Rinna, I think, knows when to back up and give people a break. But Bethenny is getting to a tipping point.
Do you really think so? I mean, did Rinna forget that part of her personality in the past 6 months?
No. Okay, we're back. We froze for a sec.
No, but like Rinna, yeah, we did freeze for a second. I think it's Hampton stable. I'm out of the Hamptons in 4 days, guys. It moved back to New York City for the rest of the year. Does Rinna know when to back up? Did she just forget she knew that in the past few months?
Because you and I talk about this. When Rinna's not on the show, you don't hear a lot from Rinna.
True.
Okay, that gives everybody a break. It gives a little pause. Bethenny's at it 24/7. And I love that Bethenny has a hot take, but it kind of goes both ways. And if this creator isn't doing anything illegal, or the Bunny Barbie chick who's saying, look, you sidelined me for 2 years. I mean, that's the truth. Like, I don't really love that about Bethenny. That kind of gives me pause. Like, I don't want to support Bethenny anymore.
Listen, there are some people, I don't need to mention their names. You know, I love to say that, but it's all true, that are in the Bravo world, and they know her, and we chat about her very often. These two people do not care for her at all. They say she is like just the worst, Now, I'm not saying this, but I get the calls and the texts, and I mean, you see, Sarah, I could just ruin people with one call. I could call someone, but I don't do that. That's not my MO. Who cares?
Look, I've got a story of a famous comedian. I will never tell his name, who years ago, before he was famous, was giving improv and comedy classes in New York City, and Bethenny was in his class. And he said that Bethenny was one of the worst human beings he's ever had. And she did not care about the material. She would just come to him and just say, tell me what I have to do to be famous. Tell me what I have to do to be famous. And he'd be like, improv is like an art. Like, there's yes and like there's stuff we're doing. And she's like, no, you don't understand. What do I need to do to be famous? And I want to cut everything else. And he just said she was the worst human being. And that was before she was famous. So, I mean, I've heard, I can't say I haven't heard the same things.
These two people, and they're like, she is the devil. I'm not. And I'm like, really? And trust me, I don't just like, you know, reach my hand under my desk and play with myself and roll over and go to sleep. I'm like, now let's just play devil's advocate here. You know, you were all on Bravo. It's not even like they know her so well. I'm not going to reveal who it is, but like, there's all of you were on Bravo, all of you, hundreds. And, you know, there's one woman who probably got the richest off Bravo. Are we sure you're not jealous? Like, let's flesh this out. And they're like, no, we really, she's literally the devil. I'm like, okay. So I like, it's not like I just take it. I'm like, tell me why. So then I get the facts. They swear she is the meanest, rudest, will knock you over. Yeah. I mean, look, girlfriend, I feel I feel it's not just the money. I feel you miss being back on TV. Like you're creating
Yeah.
these. And so what I don't understand is like, again, just be self-aware. I think that's why, even though there are the haters out there, people that understand and are huge fans of my show, they're like, you know what? At least you're fucking honest. And I am. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with it. Just say you want to be back on TV, utter those words. But right, when you're coming after these people and then you're like, oh, I'm like above it all, because she will get press. She is trending and she's like, oh, look at this. I'm trending on Twitter for saying this about this person. Do you realize people are dying in the world and people are starving, and be strong, and like people's
What happened to Beast?
priorities? No, it's still out there. And believe it or not, I've heard people that have worked with her and Be Strong too. And they said that it's just a nightmare. And it's all about like the face of Be Strong. And guys, get me, film me going into the house. And I don't know. Like, so I'm not coming for Bethenny, but girl, there's an opportunity for you to be back on TV. I'm sorry, it's not CNN, it's not The View, it's not what you want. It's called the OG Legacy Show. And I guarantee you, for like, you'll get a little more than all the others. Bravo would love to have you on that legacy show. So you can't have it both ways. If you want to be back on TV right now, I got an answer for you. Call Andrew. Call Andrew. You could probably have legacy when it's time, right? I agree with you though, by the way, about CNN. It would be great.
Oh, they should. But I gotta say, I'm kind of at a tipping point with her. I mean, because it's getting a little Piers Morgan-esque where you're just like, ugh, I mean, then you kind of lose that. I think, you call out Meghan Markle, then you back off a while. You call out the Kardashians, you back off. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some credibility. But, and, where's the status with her show with Kevin O'Leary? I mean, isn't she getting a kind of business show with Kevin O'Leary? Well, do we have a release date? Any?
That's a good question. I mean, first of all, Kevin, great guest on Behind the Velvet Rope. I did, yeah. I mean, they even reached out to me, whatever network that was, and was like, "Not can you interview Kevin and Bethenny?" But they're like, "Can you shop, like, put it on your story and all this, and if you do all this for us, when the show comes out, wink, wink, wink." And I'm like, all right, you're not going to, thank you. Like, get Bethenny on my podcast, and then I'll do whatever favors you want here today. I'm done doing favors for people. I don't know what the release date is that. And by the way, so many people comment every time we bring up Bethenny, The View, The View, The View. Let me tell you about The View. You need to be strong and have your opinion, but then you need to shut the fuck up and you need to listen to all the other opinions. And sometimes you say, they all do it. Even Whoopi and Meghan McCain and Hasselbeck, they all say, I'm going to change my opinion today. So unless Bethenny can sit there and listen to all the other women on the panel and say, I'm changing